Hello, everyone. This is Aaron Longino with Thrive Student Loan Advisors. So, we've been doing this forgiveness series to explain the different forgiveness programs to borrowers. The Department of Education says 98% of people that actually qualify for these programs, they never get them. So, we're going to continue this forgiveness series so everyone knows what it is that they qualify for, what they don't qualify for that matter. So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about teacher loan forgiveness. This is a program, a federal program for teachers that teach full time for 5 complete and consecutive academic years in a low income school, or for educational service agencies that work with low income students or in a low income neighborhood. This benefit um, will either max out at $17,500 or $5,000, and we'll go over why. But to be eligible for requirements, you must not have had an outstanding balance on a direct loan or a FEFA loan, a federal family education loan. Yes, FEFA loans do qualify for the teacher loan forgiveness as opposed to public service loan forgiveness, where FEFA loans do not. You must have been employed as a full time, high quality teacher or highly qualified teacher for 5 complete and consecutive academic years. And one of those years, at least, has to be after the 1997 to 1998 academic school year. You must have been employed at an elementary school, a secondary school, or an educational service agency that services low income students. If you do not, if one of those 5 was not a complete academic year, there are exceptions for why that time may or may not be excused. That's a little specific. If you think that may apply to you, we do have a webinar going on today at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be explaining more in depthly what's going on with federal student loans in Washington. We'll be talking about public service loan forgiveness, other forgiveness programs, and the plans and programs you have to be in to qualify for them. We'll have a Q&A at the end. That'll be a good place if you think one of your years should count, but it wasn't a full academic year. I'd be more than happy to go over then. But let's talk about highly qualified teachers. So there are basic requirements for all teachers. You have to attain at least a bachelor's degree. You must have received a full state certification as a teacher in your state, not had certification or license requirements waived on an emergency or temporary basis for any reason. And that goes for all teachers. But there are basic requirements to be a highly qualified teacher. Um, and part of that is the reason why there's 2 separate forgiveness programs. If you teach math or science at a secondary school, then your forgiveness will max out at $17,500. If not, the maximum is $5,000. If you teach special education, it can either be elementary school or secondary school. And again, it'll max out at $17,500. If not, $5,000. Also, you cannot use the teacher loan forgiveness for the same period of time that you're also using public service loan forgiveness. For instance, if you use the teacher loan forgiveness, join us again next week where we'll continue our forgiveness series. And again, if you have more specific questions, we are doing our monthly student loan webinar today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Feel free to jump on. There's a Q&A at the end, and I'll be more than happy to answer your specific questions. As always, if you like your loans,